Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Olivia, and if you are not new here, then welcome back. So today's video is just another pregnancy series video, and I just want to start off by saying I should have filmed this video for you guys a long time ago because now I am 21 weeks pregnant. So I'm in my second trimester. Clearly, I am halfway there to meeting little baby girl, and I could not film anything, not until I was like 18 or 19 weeks pregnant, because I felt so sick all the time. It didn't matter what I did. I just felt completely miserable, and sitting down and like being able to talk to you guys, like I needed energy to do that, and that was not happening. So this video is late, but don't worry because I document everything in my pregnancy journal. And so I have all of my things here, week by week, how I was feeling, what my symptoms were, just any notes. So I have a weekly tracker that I did, and I'm glad I did it because I want to be able to share this video with you guys. And if you are a new mom, you want to know what you are going to be experiencing. And I know that everyone is different when it comes to pregnancy, but it's still a general idea. And if you're not pregnant and you're watching this video, then thank you so much for watching. But you were probably like me before I got pregnant years ago. I would always watch these videos because it's just so fun to watch and like listen to other people's lives and like see what they're going through and just like prepare yourself for the future, I guess. So anyways, thank you for watching, even if you aren't pregnant. But if you are pregnant, then this video is just for you. So let's just start off with my symptoms. So first trimester symptoms, not how I found out I was pregnant symptoms, because I have a whole nother video on that. I will link that in the description box below. But this is just symptoms that, you know, would just gradually come on throughout the weeks that reached up until my second trimester, so week 14. First symptom that I wrote down was nausea starting at week 6. So literally finding out at week 4 and then having like a couple weeks in between to still feel okay, and then like boom, it just hits you all of a sudden. So that started at week 6, and I wrote down that it got even worse at week 8, and it didn't subside until I think like week 19. So almost halfway through my pregnancy, it did get better. And I'm still feeling great right now. Like I said, I'm 21 weeks right now, and I feel really good, have my energy back. I was also very hungry. So it's hard because you're getting sick and you feel sick, but you're also so hungry, but you just can't eat whatever you want because you're just it's gonna come right back up. So that's what it was for me. I was also very thirsty, like water. Just give me all the ice cold water with a lemon wedge in there, and I would suck that thing down in minutes, and I'd be ready for another one. So I was very thirsty. I felt like in the beginning I was already like showing, like my belly was already a bump, but let me just tell you that that is only bloating. You do not have a bump that early. It is bloating only. And I say this because I thought, wow, my belly is really popping out there. But then in the past, I want to say 3 weeks, my belly has went down tremendously. Totally normal, 100% to only have bloating, and it's going to make you look like you have a baby bump in the beginning, but it's just bloating. But show off that bump because I did. I had cramps. Oh my goodness, did I have cramps? I had cramps like I was experiencing my menstrual cycle, and it's because your uterus is expanding. Everything is changing down there, and this is stuff like people don't talk about, all this that goes on down there and how much pain you can be in, but I was in so much pain. I know you're not supposed to have a heating pad, nothing hot on your stomach, but I had to have it on my stomach, not you know, on my whole stomach, but down, way down. I had to have it like on low, just something to give a little bit of relief because nothing helped. And so I would say like you have really bad cramps, but it's because your uterus is expanding, the placenta is, you know, being formed, like all this stuff is being made. You're literally carrying a human being inside of you. Another one was being exhausted, completely tired all day, every day. I would find myself just like sitting there listening to people or watching TV and just like starting to nod off because I was so tired. I didn't want to do anything. I remember it was so early on in my pregnancy. I want to say I was like 7 or 8 weeks pregnant, and it was one of my friend's birthday, her 21st birthday, and she wanted all of us to go to Colorado, and nobody knew that I was pregnant, and so we decided to still go on the trip. I just really had to put my acting face on, and I remember going out to dinner one night, and everyone was ordering their drinks, and it was my turn to order, but luckily everyone was like talking to each other, so nobody could really listen to me. But I ordered an alcoholic drink, but then I wrote like on my iPhone in my notes, I put like, please no alcohol, I am pregnant and nobody knows. So I showed that to the waitress and she was like, okay, like she's got me. One more symptom was my face complexion. I've always had really nice skin and I use medical grade products, but for some reason, this little one was taking it out of me. And I was getting sick a lot too. So, I mean, that plays a role in it because I think I said this like earlier on in a different video, but I ended up like blowing out my veins like around my eyes and my cheeks from getting so sick because all that pressure builds up when you're actually, you know, getting sick. So I think that caused some bad complexion going on too, but my skin was very, very dry and I had a lot of texture on my cheeks, and then it went away actually, but now it is back again. So now let's get into cravings. The cravings that I had are not good whatsoever, and pre-pregnancy, Dana and I were, you know, eating very healthy. We had a healthy lifestyle, working out every night. It was just like we were doing really good, and part of that was because we were trying to get pregnant too, and that is a thing. If you are listening and you are trying to conceive, then working out and eating super clean and being hydrated is like a key role into getting pregnant. So cravings, I wrote down Kraft mac and cheese. I remember having that like 2 or 3 times a week. Cereal every night, still to this day. Every night I have cereal. Cheesecake, my first few weeks of being pregnant, that's all I wanted was cheesecake, so that was a real big craving. Bagels, I loved bagels and cream cheese. Oh my goodness, it was so yummy. I have not had bagels with cream cheese in probably a month though. Like, that was just a craving that I had, and now it's gone out the door. Pop-Tarts, I don't eat any Pop-Tarts either. I know how bad they are for you, but that's like what I was craving, and it just helped me feel better, but I only ended up doing that for about a month. Basically a lot of carbs. That's what your girl wanted. But I did eat healthy things as well. I would have, you know, toast with eggs on it. I would have, I wrote down apples, blueberries. I've never ever liked blueberries in my life, and I have been loving blueberries. So those are my cravings, and I will say some foods that I completely avoided for many, many months. Meat. I could not eat any meat, and I wouldn't even let Dane make meat in the house because it just like I could smell it in the whole house, like that fresh red bloody meat. Oh, it just like makes me sick even thinking about it. But I've been able to have meat more often, but there was like for the longest time no meat. Then no Mexican food. I could not eat any Mexican food, and I was so upset because if you know me, Mexican food is like my favorite food on the planet, and your girl couldn't even eat that. That was just not happening. I would get sick from eating it. Those are my symptoms and my cravings that I went through. And now I'm going to talk about must-haves and what helped me with my morning sickness. So the first thing that helped me with morning sickness was this lemon ginger like belly comfort treats. It's kind of like a cough drop, but it's not a cough drop. obviously it helps with your nausea, and it says like you can only take 1 to 2 of these per day, and I probably took like 1 too many of these per day, and it helped, but only when this was in your mouth. If this wasn't in your mouth, it's not helping. A disclaimer that I'm just gonna say for this entire video, everyone is different, every pregnancy is different, so this may work for you and it did not work that well for me, or vice versa. But I'm just gonna share with you guys what kind of helped me and what may help you too, if that makes sense. So try these if you are having morning sickness. I recommend trying these. Something else that I do not have in the house anymore because I ate them all were saltine crackers. I lived off saltine crackers every day. You'd see me and they'd be in my purse, by my side, my nightstand, if I'm watching TV. Like, they were with me 24/7, and I went through, I think, 2 boxes of them. And yeah, so I don't have them here to show you, but saltine crackers, that actually did help my stomach a lot. And they always have, ever since I was a little girl. If I got sick, those were what helped me. I will also say ginger tea, but it has to be caffeine free. If you're pregnant, you're not supposed to have caffeine. You can, but it's a very small amount that you're supposed to have. And I have really not had any caffeine at all with this pregnancy. I'm just not a caffeine girl. I only drink water, honestly. But I did have these, and if you don't like ginger, then do not even bother getting these. I don't mind the ginger taste, but it's not my favorite. But they say that the ginger tea does help as well. Preggy Pops. I ended up getting these, but then I stopped getting sick. So this was like my last resort. I had a couple people telling me like, just try the Preggy Pops. So I ended up buying them, and then I felt better and I've stayed better. So I cannot tell you if these work or not. Like, the seal is literally on them still, but they are just little candies as well. And if you are having morning sickness, I would definitely try this. Next is Unisom. So Unisom tablets was the one and only thing that truly kept me from getting sick. I felt nauseous, but I did not get sick. And I will tell you, if you have thyroid issues, for me personally, I've always had thyroid issues. I've always had low thyroid, and I started taking these. Next time I went in for my blood draw, I had high thyroid. Then I quit taking these and was sick for another month. I am feeling much better now, but I will say this is a rare, but it is a symptom that you could have if you are taking Unisom tablets. So just keep that in mind. But you would take one of these every night, and it has to have the specific name. I cannot pronounce it. I will put it on the screen for you guys, but it has to have that specific ingredient for it to work. Okay, another one is cereal. And this was my morning time cereal because it's not completely healthy. No cereal, it really is healthy, but it is healthier than just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Fruity Pebbles, you know, something like that. And just how plain it tasted helped my nausea. So in the mornings, I would have to immediately get up out of bed, barely brush my teeth, because that even made me sick, brushing my teeth, but barely brush my teeth and run to the kitchen and just like put my hand in it and like shove it in my mouth, and then take a cold glass of water and drink it. And then that goes with the water. So water intake is so important. I cannot stress that enough. This is gonna not only help with your nausea, but it's also gonna help with your digestion too, because if you don't know this, a symptom in pregnancy is constipation. And this is going to help so much. Get yourself one of these. This is from Amazon. Everything I am talking about, I'll put in the description box below, so you guys can click on the link and shop it. So that's it for like combating morning sickness and what helped me. And now let's jump into like essential items that you're gonna want during your first trimester, and so on and so forth. So let's first talk about prenatals. There are so many different types of prenatals out there, but I did my research I cannot even tell you how long I researched for. I just tried to find the best prenatals. In my opinion, I know there's so many prenatals that are going to work for other people and that they think are the best in their opinion, but in my personal opinion, I think these are the best. And I say this because they have iron in them. They have DHA in it. And specific things with prenatals is that if you get like gummies, they don't have all the nutrients you need in it. Some chewables do not have all the nutrients you need in it. So you have to take more than one to get all of the correct vitamins that you need for yourself and for your baby. So I researched, and this is the one that I found that works for me. This is the 1 a day prenatal advantage. This is what it looks like. Comes in a pack and they are together. They are pricey, but it's so worth it. You are growing a baby inside of you and you need all the vitamins and nutrients that you can get, because let me tell you that you are not going to get them during the day. You will not get that, because if you are anything like me and you are sick, you are just trying to get anything down that you can. But this is just like the normal prenatal, and then you take one of these choline tablets. Honestly, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it at all, but this is going to help with baby's development of the brain. So I highly recommend you getting these, but like I said, there are so many out there that are so good. So just do your research and see what works best for you. But I will say, when you're taking prenatals, take them at night, because if you take them in the morning or, you know, at noon, there's more than likely a chance that you're going to feel nauseous after taking them. So I recommend taking them at night. I take them at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night every night with food. Now for the belly, how to prevent stretch marks. Let me just say that it's probably not going to happen if it's genetics, but you can always try to avoid it and try your best to do everything possible to not have them, which is what I'm doing. My mom had stretch marks and I am just trying my best to not have them. So here are some things that have helped my stomach with stretch marks. I am 21 weeks and I do not have any stretch marks. I cannot tell you if you're not going to end up having stretch marks. I will more than likely end up having stretch marks by the time I pop this little baby girl out of me, but I'm halfway through and I don't have any right now, and I'm going to continue my best to try and not have them. So, okay, first we'll start off with bio oil, and this is my second bottle of it. So not only does bio oil help with stretch marks, but it also helps with scar, dehydration. It helps with like uneven skin tone. So you're supposed to do this twice a day, so morning and night. Just rub it all over your belly, and it's very oily, so you're gonna want it like to dry before you put your clothes on. So I will usually use that right after the shower, and then sometimes if I take another shower at night or just before going to bed, I will put another oil on, and I go in with this Elasticity Belly Oil by the brand Belly. This is what it looks like. It's a purple bottle. And it is like an all natural. There's like, it's super clean and it has a little pump on it and it's just very oily. And I will tell you, if you do not like the scent of lavender, then completely avoid this at all costs, because it is very strong. I think lavender is like soothing and relaxing, and I personally love it. But I know there's so many people out there that don't like lavender. So if you are one, then I would not recommend getting this, but they do have a lemon, like a gel one that you can put on that is really good. I've heard that it's good, but I've not personally tried it. And the one that I use every day, all day, I have a 3-pack of them. You will see me carrying them around with me everywhere I go, is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula. It's like the swivel stick. It looks like a chapstick and it's just like ginormous. And it says that it's for lips, but my mother-in-law told me that this is like all she did when she was pregnant, was just like put this stick all over her belly button, her belly, her thighs, just like everywhere to help prevent stretch marks. And she did not get any stretch marks. So I am doing this and this to help prevent from getting stretch marks. The very last thing that I would say is an essential item, is something for your belly to sleep with at night. So I have a pregnancy pillow, but it's like so ginormous. Maybe I'll show you guys it in like my second trimester recap. But I would say, like, if you do not have a pregnancy pillow, just like take a bunch of pillows and like form them around your body to get comfortable, but also like to put underneath your belly to have that support, so that way it's not like stretching all night and not feeling uncomfortable. So that is it for this video. This is like one of the longer videos, and I apologize, but I just really wanted to tell you guys all my thoughts, my symptoms, my must-haves. You know, I just wanted to lay it all out there and help you guys know what to expect when you are expecting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.